Hello, you're tuning into the English News Bulletin, VTV News. I'm Thuy Sương with the latest headlines at the hour. Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc urges stronger legislative ties with Russia. And later on, we'll see how a group of foreign diplomats, including ambassadors, have conquered Sundong Cave in Quảng Bình province. The top news now continues with updates from Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phuk's official visit in Russia. On Tuesday, he had a meeting with the Speaker of the Federation Council, or Upper House of Russia's Parliament, Valentina Matvienko, as part of his official visit in the country. Now, the government leader made the suggestion that Vietnam and Russia should step up their legislative ties through the exchange of information and experience in lawmaking and supervision activities. According to Valentina Matvienko, the Russian parliament has always approved agreements and recommendations of the Russian state and government about fostering multifaceted cooperation with Vietnam. The Council's Russia-Vietnam Friendship Parliamentary Group is working actively to help Russian ministries, agencies, and localities actualize agreements with Vietnam. Textiles and garments from Vietnam could save more than $1 billion in export taxes to the United States if the Trans-Pacific Partnership, or TPP, goes through. Now, currently, textiles and garments attract a tax of some 17.5% when entering the U.S. market. Should the TPP go into effect, 73% of this tax would be removed. This means a roughly 64% saving in tax, amounting to $1 to $1.1 billion across the industry. Now, alongside such potential savings from the U.S. market, Vietnam's textile industry sees opportunity to expand into new markets such as those of Canada, Australia, and Peru. In the case of Canada, the TPP, if in effect, would totally eliminate the current export tax of 42% in the first year of implementation. In the remainder of May and through June, support of up to $180,000 will be sent to local residents and families in 7 districts of 4 provinces severely affected by drought and salinization. Now, the 4 provinces are Long An, Bến Tre, Gia Lai, and Ninh Thuận. Sponsored by the International Federation of the Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies, the funds will come in the form of monetary support and the provision of clean water. Some 3,500 households are expected to benefit from this project. Today, May 18th, marked the 10th anniversary of Typhoon Chanchu, which tragically struck the coast of Vietnam in 2006. The country was heavily affected, with some 260 people killed or missing. Over the past years, many forms of support have been delivered to people in the affected localities, helping them overcome the consequences of this disaster. Tấm Lòng Việt, or Vietnam's Heart, is one of those foundations that supplied such support. Our report from Quảng Nam province shows how life has changed with the support of such organizations.
Trương Thị Nguyên is a 10-year-old girl who lost her father to the Chanchu typhoon. She was only 7 months old when the typhoon struck Vietnam's coast and claimed the lives of hundreds of fishermen, including her father.
People told me that every time my father was home, he always carried me in his arms when he went around the neighborhood.
Children like Nguyen adopt the Chanchu kids. This school was built following the incident, helping to ease the pain of the Chanchu kids.
The typhoon destroyed our school. Children then have to travel a long way to get to a school. Many of them dropped out, but now the school has been renovated. Students attend class regularly.
Together with the school, a medical center has also been built in the commune. Organizations have provided the center with the necessary facilities to improve the current medical treatments available in the locality.
Previously, people who were ill had to travel 10 kilometers to get to the district medical center. With this local medical center, people now have easier access to medical treatment.
All 180 Chanchu kids have been attending school. The community has been given a strong boost so that they can live a happier life and recover from the disaster.
A fisherman was rescued off the coast of Bình province on Tuesday afternoon. Earlier in the day, Phan Van Thanh, the fisherman, had been fishing in a boat near Ongkan Islet, roughly 70 nautical miles from the coast, when his fishing net dragged him underwater, where he drowned. Now, the crew of the boat, originally from Quỳnh Lưu district in Nghệ An province, performed emergency CPR and Mr. Thanh, and successfully resuscitated him. He was then promptly transported to shore at Quy Nhơn port in Bình province. The Coast Guards there rushed Mr. Thanh to the provincial hospital, where his health is now reported to be in stable condition.
Exotic Vietnam is an intriguing blend of many charms. This land is where all manner of stunning landscapes await like a visual feast, rivaled only by the beauty of its people and their abundantly rich tradition and culture. Here is where you can relive the past in richest color or live it up in the bright lights of the big city. With so much more to offer, Vietnam is simply unforgettable.
60 documents and items related to President Ho Chi Minh were presented to the Ho Chi Minh Museum in Thừa Thiên Huế province on Wednesday to mark the late president's 126th birthday to fall on tomorrow, May 19th. The donated artifacts include a lacquer painting of Uncle Ho, many stamps featuring the president's image, and some indoor devices dated back to the late 19th century. Now, those items donated by local collectors will provide viewers with more information on the life of Uncle Ho during his stay in Huế. The 7th Conference of Memory of the World Committee for Asia and the Pacific 2016, also known short as MOCAP, opened in the central city of Huế this morning with the aim to safeguard significant documentary heritages of the Southeast Asian region. Now, this is the first time Vietnam has hosted such an event. Delegates will review 16 nominations for the Asia-Pacific Regional Memory of the World title, including 2 from Vietnam. Our VTV reporter Lina Phát reports.
2 submissions of Vietnam's for UNESCO's accreditation as World Documentary Heritage this time include poems carved on Huế Citadel's architectures and wood blocks found in Phuc Giang School in Hà Tĩnh province.
Our 2 applications are strong. The application from Huế, for example, is very valuable because through the poems carved on Huế Citadel's architecture, we can understand more about the thinking and lifestyle of Vietnamese people in the old days. They demonstrate the influence and cultural exchanges between Vietnam and other countries in the region.
At the event, delegates from 17 countries will review 60 nominations from 10 countries for the Asia-Pacific Regional Memory of the World title. They will also discuss the action plan to implement access to documentary heritage, including in digital form. Vietnam has 4 documentary heritage recognized by the UNESCO as World Documentary Heritage. Those include imperial records of the Nguyen Dynasty, wood blocks of the Nguyen Dynasty, doctoral stelae at the Temple of Literature, and wood blocks found in Vĩnh Nghiêm Pagoda in Bắc Giang province.
In response to the International Day for Biological Diversity on May 22nd, an exhibition entitled The Life of the Red-Shanked Duke Langurs in Sơn Trà was held in Da Nang City. The exhibition was held with the cooperation of many parties, including the Da Nang Department of Natural Resources and the Environment, the Alliance of Arts and Literature Associations of Vietnam, and the Green Viet Biodiversity Conservation Center. The aim of the exhibition is to honor the unique beauty of the red-shanked Duke Langurs and to call for cooperation in efforts to protect this species. Now, currently, there are about 300 individuals of these species living in Sơn Trà Nature Reserve. The exhibition features nearly 150 photographs from 23 photographers. The photographs in the exhibition display a strong message in calling for the protection of this rare animal. Now, this exhibition will last until Sunday, May 22nd. A group of foreign diplomats, including ambassadors from Argentina, Sweden, Italy, the United Kingdom, the Czech Republic, Australia, and the U.S. Assistant Secretary of State, have completed a 5-day exploration of the world's largest cave right here in Vietnam in Quang Binh province, Sơn Đông. Now, they all felt very healthy and happy after the tour. The ambassadors shared that this had been a very meaningful trip and had generated a lot of emotions within the members of the team.
The ambassadors visited the most spectacular views within the cave system, including the Hand of Dog, a stalagmite that looks like a dog's paw, the dinosaur's Deline, and the Great Wall of Vietnam. The stalagmites left a deep impression on the explorers.
Bây giờ mình đi tiếp đường nào? Bây giờ ở đây chẳng nhìn thấy đường nào đi ra đâu cả, chỉ có đường lên trời thôi.
Mình sẽ thấy một ánh sáng bên kia, thì mình sẽ di chuyển theo hướng bên này, bên phía tây trái.
Tức là mình đi ra khỏi khỏi hang à?
Dạ, mình sẽ dừng đó chụp hình cho tất cả các bạn quay phim. Và tại vì chỗ đó có một cái khu rừng nhỏ thôi, và có một cái măng đá rất là to.
Chỉ có 2 tiếng nữa ở Sơn Đông, tôi muốn đi rất chậm và trải nghiệm tất cả, nhìn lại và nhìn thấy phong cảnh này một lần nữa.
I was fearing it would get worse, but in fact it has gotten much better. I just had some support around my knee, some anti-inflammatory pills, and now I feel it's totally fine. I feel strong, I feel re-energized, and well, I like doing adventurous things.
The foreign diplomats covered the course for the trip themselves. On the trip, they received training on health and safety, knowledge on adventure tourism, and the experience of living in the forest. Since the beginning of 2016, the world's largest cave has welcomed over 200 visitors.
Wrapping up the bulletin now is your updated weather forecasts. And that wraps up the news for this hour. Do log on to VTV4.VN or our YouTube channel at VTV4Go to rewatch any of the bulletins. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you more in later bulletins. Goodbye for now.